Hi, this is Kevin Souza. What makes you so special? That's what I asked myself after the leaders of Empower Network asked me to do a video on my personal story. And as you watch this video, you'll be reminded about what makes you so special. You will not fully understand why until you do what I recommend while you're watching this video. More than 30 years ago, back in 1978, when I was 19 years old, I was a freshman at the New England Conservatory of Music in Boston as a voice major. A college friend showed me the Amway business opportunity, and I joined him. I was young and ignorant, but I wanted to be rich, and I wanted that in a huge way. I saw the potential with the opportunity the moment I was shown the marketing plan. I was in awe. Frankly, people either see it or, like most, they don't. I did. Deep down inside, I knew that my own conviction would inspire a lot of people over time to join me. I hosted and filled 2 home meetings at my parents' house, and not one person joined me at all. Some of them laughed at me. Others got angry because they didn't believe that this was a legitimate way to get rich. Others called it a pyramid, which is illegal, by the way. And the rest simply said no. My sponsor encouraged me to attend weekly meetings to find out more about how to show people the opportunity. He called it prospecting. He sold me 2 tickets to this monthly rally where motivational speakers would come in to speak to an audience filled with distributors. And he encouraged me to buy what was called the Tape of the Week program, to listen to cassette tapes of highly successful people sharing their stories on personal development. I was fired up. After that first rally, I was so fired up that I did something drastic and what was considered stupid by friends and relatives. I quit college in order to pursue my newfound passion with Amway. I moved into an apartment with my girlfriend and got a job at a factory that made jewelry boxes. I had no furniture. I actually ate my dinner while sitting on the floor with the oven door open as my table. In fact, I went as far as picking up the telephone book and making calls to total strangers decades before there was the do not call list, and I got my first appointment to show somebody the plan. I had no car, so on the first day of the blizzard of '78, I literally walked 2 miles with an Amway kit under my arm to show this stranger the plan. When I knocked on his door, snowing like crazy, he said, "I'm not interested," and slammed the door in my face. I slipped and tripped and fell down his outside steps into a huge slush puddle. That's when I made a decision. When you're down and out, frustrated beyond belief, rejected and broke, you either quit, like most idiots do, or you decide to conquer the forces of evil. I sat up, I looked at the sky, snowflakes slamming into my eyes, tears pouring down my face, and said to God, I will learn this business and become successful at it, even if I have to spend the rest of my life doing it. I got up and I walked back home, knowing in my heart that one day my own story might inspire people to join me. This would allow me to share my own success story, which would help people experience the joys of success that I believed that I was bound to achieve. I had a feeling that God answered me and said, "That's what makes you so special." In that time of my life, I'm about to share with you something that I would never share before I joined the Empower Network. I was so stressed about so many things that I started to smoke marijuana. I did that for over 20 years, until one day, after dozens of Narcotic Anonymous meetings and self-admittance to a drug rehab, I decided to quit cold turkey. And I have been clean ever since. And I'm not proud of the fact that I smoke pot, and would never have written about it in a blog post or done a video or admitted that fact publicly. But after hearing the story of David Sharp, co-founder and president of Empower Network, I was inspired by his courage to make his own admissions publicly. So I decided to change my mind about that, and I'm glad I did. I'm a good person. I am who I am, and I'm grateful to be alive. I'm also very proud of my accomplishments since getting clean. So now let's fast forward 10 years. I had learned enough from the business that I was able to get out of the working at the factories and restaurants mode and move into sales and telemarketing for a living as a result of the knowledge that I had learned over the years in Amway. I decided to get very good at my new career path. You know, in a photo on my blog, I was holding my first award in Amway. I achieved an organizational achievement called Success Club. And on the wall are my certificates for the ranks I had achieved in Chinese Kempo Karate. It was the beginning of what it felt like to succeed in life. I decided to devote the rest of my life to helping others experience that feeling of accomplishment, which results from hard